Hi, third graders. So this week we're going to talk about rounding numbers, and sometimes we'll be rounding to the nearest 10, and sometimes we'll be rounding to the nearest 100. And this is a skill that's fairly important just in general in real life, just because rounding helps us do math easier, more efficiently, especially when accuracy is not always important. Sometimes we do math and we need the exact right answer all the time. But sometimes we need to just do math just to get an approximate answer or something close to the right answer. And that's when rounding can really help us. So when we round a number, what we're doing is we're finding a friendly number that it's close to. And there are lots of different ways to look at friendly numbers, but right now what we're going to look at is multiples of 10 and multiples of 100. So if I were to skip count by tens, and I'm going to switch this from pencil to pen just so it's easier for you to understand and see. If I were skip counting by tens, I would say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. A lot of people think it stops there, right? But I can keep counting. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 100, whoopsie, I did 150 twice, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, and I can just keep going forever and ever and ever, right? Every single time, all I'm doing is adding 10 more. Now, the reason I show you that is because most third graders think that when you stop counting by tens, in fact, not even there, most third graders think that you count by tens until here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then you're done. Because you run out of two-digit numbers, right? Now all of a sudden they're three-digit numbers. But they're still multiples of 10. They're still numbers I would say if I was skip counting by 10, and that's going to be important later in this lesson. Okay? So we can skip count by tens. We can also skip count by hundreds, right? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and here's where most third graders thinks it stops, but it doesn't. 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600. You're probably thinking, how much longer are you going to go, Mrs. Chalk? But I'm going to keep going. 1,700, 1,800, 1,900. What would be next? 100 more would be 2,000. I could keep going. 2,100, but I'll stop there. It keeps going though. So you can probably notice that every time the hundreds place is going up 1, right? From 600 to 700, I'm adding 100. From 1,400 to 1,500, I'm adding 100. That's going to be important. So here we go. One way we can round numbers, one strategy, is rounding to the nearest 10 using a number line. So if I'm looking at my number, which is 22, I'm going to think, what two tens is it between? Well, 22 would be between 20 and 30. Like if I go back here, where's 22? It's going to be in here somewhere, right? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. They're all in between there, okay? So 22 is between 20 and 30. So I'm going to put those on my number line. 20, 30. Now I'm going to find 22. So this is 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, 27, 28, 29. So where's 22? 22 is right here. So what we're doing is we're finding the nearest 10. So if it's between 20 and 30, which one is it the closest to, or the nearest? Close and near are synonyms. They mean the same thing. Which one is it closest to? Well, I can see on the number line, it's only 2 jumps to 20, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jumps to 30. So which one's it closer to? It's closer to, it's closer to 20. So that means 22 rounds down the number line to 20. So we could say 22 is approximately 20. See, my equal sign is a little bit squiggly because it's not actually equal. It's approximately or about or close to. So what I did was I found what two tens is it between and then decided which one's it actually closer to on the number line. That's the one I would round to. Let's look at another one. Okay, 36. So if I was back here in my list, 36 would be somewhere between 30 and 40. Okay, so I'm going to put those on my number line. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So where is 36? Now I can look at it and I can see that this distance is definitely shorter than that distance. Or if I'm not sure, I could count 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jumps there. So which one's less? Which one's closer? It's closer to 40. So 36 rounds up the number line to 40. Do you see how I found the tens it's between, plotted it on the number line, and figured out which one it's closer to? It's pretty easy if you just label your number line. Let's do another one. 58. Okay, so if I look at my list of tens, 58's somewhere in here, right? It's between 50 and 60. Oopsie. The hiccups, I think. So it's between 50 and 60. So we got 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, 59, 60. Okay, here's 58. I can see that it's 2 jumps here and it's 8 jumps there. So it is closer to 60. So 58 rounds up to 60. Piece o' cake. Now, what if I was rounding to the nearest 100? 348 is going to be somewhere between 300 and 400. 348. Whoa, too far, Mrs. Shock. So it is between 300 and 400. So I've got 300, 400. So I am going to skip count by tens. So this is 310, 20, 330, 340, 50, 60, 70, 380, 390, and 400. Okay, so 348 is going to be like about here-ish, right? Because I could break that into 10 little pieces if I wanted, but I don't need to. Which one's it closer to? It's almost right in the middle, but it's not completely in the middle. I'm going to be closer to 300, so I will round down to 300. Okay, 723. I know it's between 700 and 800 without going back to that list, because whatever's in the hundreds place, I have 7, that's the low end. 700. And then I just add one more 100 for the other one. So this is 700, this is 800. So this would be 710, 720, 730. I can stop because I know it's right here, right? 723 is a little bit past 720. So this one rounds down. Whoopsie, wrong spot. Crazy Mrs. Shock. This one is closer to 700, so it rounds down to 700. What happens if I ask you to round this number to the nearest 10, though? We were doing that earlier, just with 2-digit numbers back here. But remember, we found out that we can count by tens past 100. So this is going to be between 480 and 490. Those are the two tens, 80 and 90. So here's 480, 481, 42, 43, 485, 486, 87, 88, 489, 500. Okay, where's 81? All the way over here. That one feels like a no-brainer. It's 1 jump here, 9 jumps there. So it is closer to 480. So I'm going to round down to 480. Seems pretty basic to me. Okay, this one is 806. So I'm going to give you I'm going to get it started and then you're going to do it. So I'm going to tell you this is between 800 and 810. So here's 800, here's 810. I want you to figure out what's it closer to, 800 or 810, and then tell me will it round up or round down. So pause now. Okay, so this is 801, 802, 803, 804, 805, 806. I'm going to stop there. I don't need to label the rest of them. So this looks like 4 jumps, 6 jumps. Which one's closer? Well, 810 is closer, so I'm going to round up to 810. Okay, so I want you to go do section 1 of your slideshow. Then when you come back, I'm going to show you a much shorter, quicker strategy that is the exact same math, but you don't have to draw out the number line, and we'll do that for part 2. So off you go to do part 1 and then come back. Oh, I almost forgot to give you your secret code word. Your secret code word for this one is going to be nearest. Your secret code word for this one is nearest. Nearest. Okay, off you go. Bye.